Now let's do the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, from the University of Arkansas, Golden Lions. At forward, 5'10" senior from Houston, Texas, number 11.
You gotta go out there, right? You gotta go out here for the intros? Whatever, okay.
She went right by Ayala El Hassan. I'm sorry, boy, stumbled all over that one. But Bremen did a much better job with the ball.
As Tech starts out in a matchup zone, as they swing it on the right-hand side, Muhammad, quick three, spins out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Terry just takes it away from the smaller El Hassan, and into the front court comes Tech quickly. Blair on the right side, thought about it, now gets it back to Caldwell out high right-hand side, dump it inside, Brewer to Terry. 10-footer no, Brew follows from 5, rolls around, drops in.
Really good job there by Brittany just to kind of stay with it and go right back up with it.
4-0 right out of the chute. Tech on top. As walking it up is Bryson. Now on the left-hand side in front of us, El Hassan. Now swinging around on the right-hand side goes to Malik Muhammad. Baseline now trap. Hard trap. Lost it out of bounds.
Great job by Dio to front her. Brittany was right behind her and forces the ball out of bounds. And one thing about making shots, it forces your defense to kind of get back a little bit easier and their offense to set up a little bit slower.
Some 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure here by Arkansas Pine Bluff, and now they drop off and come into a half-court trap. Pass deflected and a steal. Throw it back down, one-on-one. Caldwell working as a left-handed layup by Muhammad is good.
Not very often you see Rasay turn over the ball like that.
No. In fact, coming in, Rasay almost 4-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Blair doubled, splits it across the floor. Caldwell in the corner. Olabode left side for three. It's up and too strong, no good. Rebound by the smallest player on the floor. Bryson gets it up the floor quickly. El Hassan on the left side thought about it from 18. Instead, top of the free throw circle. Now Bryson takes for three, barely draws iron, no good. Rebound taken away by Sean Taylor Harris. And boy, JT just says, let me have it. And she just took it away from her. And back the other way comes Caldwell out on top. Lob inside Brewer, catches, right-handed layup, good.
Well, she went right at the bucket there and goes right over the top of Malik Muhammad. She went down trying to draw a charge, but the veteran officials that we have here today would have nothing to do with that acting job.
No academies here. All right,
No.
6-2, Texas
So
Tech by 4. As off the screen, El Hassan on the right side goes to Bryson. Looks around. Now again gets the screen from Sean Taylor Harris. Trying to feed her inside, now working against Brewer, and she traveled. She shuffled those feet.
She had nowhere to go because Brittany Brewer was right on her tail.
So Brew gets it inbounded to Caldwell in the backcourt. Again, 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure. But Caldwell tries to get it out and gets it to Blair off the deflection. Now Rasay gets it back. Almost 2.5 minutes gone by. 6-2 Texas Tech. Olabode dump down inside of the block. Left side, Terry doubled. Back out Olabode. Three on the way. Swish!
Little inside-out game there, and Faith Ohanta couldn't do anything as Dio went up and drilled it.
9-2 Tech at the 7:20 mark of this opening quarter. As bringing it up is Bryson to El Hassan here in front of us against the 2-3 zone of Tech with a 4-out set here for Arkansas Pine Bluff. As El Hassan thought about it on that left wing and said Harris inside against Brewer. Little floater up and no good. Tapped around. Last touched by Ohanta out of bounds.
Lady Raiders have already forced 3 turnovers in the game and have 5 points off those 3 turnovers.
Nice. Olabode gets it to Brewer in the middle of the floor against the press. Blair wide open for three on the right side. Bounces twice, no good. Last touched by Pine Bluff.
Yeah, Sean Taylor Harris was right there in front of Jada Terry, and Jada was trying to go up and over to get the rebound, but Sean Taylor knocked it out of bounds.
Get it inbounded in the corner right side. Olabode, three again, spins out, no good. Blair trying to save it, cannot, out of bounds.
Yeah, and she was trying to knock it off of Muhammad. That was a set play there, but it was really beautiful because Dio goes right to the corner and just can't hit the three. But, boy, she was wide open. Just a little bit too strong on the three.
That's one of their basic out-of-bounds plays, but with a little different twist where you go across the floor there. Pass to Flay. Ooh, almost stolen by Blair there, but instead El Hassan gets it on the high post. Harris from 16 off the front of the rim, and no good. Rebound, ball loose, is still on the floor, fought for, and going to be a jump ball, and it will stay on this end with Arkansas Pine Bluff.
I really like how aggressive the Lady Raiders are playing here early. They're playing at a very good pace. They're quick. They're clearly awake and ready to go here today.
Is off the inbound on the left-hand side. Bryson gets it inbounded to El Hassan out here in front of us, out high left-hand side. It's Grayson Bright will check in for the Lady Raiders the next whistle. El Hassan on the left side starts, cut off. Harris had it knocked away, and Bree Blair with a steal. Bree one-on-one against Bryson, shakes, bakes down the right-hand side, up and under, lays it up and in.
It's so difficult to do when she stole the ball from behind and then goes coast to coast the other way and was able to kind of, like you said, make a juke move and then hit the little layup.
Tech has scored 7 unanswered. They now have a 9-point lead, 4 minutes in at 11-2. As pass deflected, almost a steal by Caldwell. Boy, Tech's hands in this zone have been active here in the early go. Dump down inside, fight for it, up and no good by Ohanta, and a foul in the backcourt.
That's a frustration foul there by Sean Taylor Harris.
Harris commits the first foul of the game. The second team all preseason SWAC selection. Is Tech going a little smaller here is Grayson Bright, the 5'11 sophomore out of Keller Fossil Ridge in, and Brittany Brewer will take a seat.
You know, one thing that they've done is they've been very disruptive of Pine Bluff's offense here in the early going, just by the way that they've been playing defense and going in there and scrapping for the rebound.
Jada Terry in the backcourt across the line. Pass deflected by El Hassan. Saved by Blair to Olabode, and Tech beats the pressure. Not in the most conventional of sorts, but that's okay. Caldwell to Bright on the left-hand side. Gray gets it back to Rasay. Out high right-hand side with a left-hand dribble. Now back to Bright. Thought about it for three. Dribble drive on the baseline. Looks around. Kicks it in the corner right side. Blair for three. It is up and off the rim. No good. Jada Terry, good positioning for the offensive rebound. Swinging around. Caldwell wide open for three. Is off the front of the rim and no good. Rebound taken away by Alexis Bryson for Pine Bluff. And here they come the other way, 2-on-2. Sets it up from 15 feet. Shot is good by Malik Muhammad.
She's their best shooter. She has the yellow light to take the shot when she's open, and she did it there and drilled it.
Terry with it against some pressure. Boy, nice handles right there to Blair. Left wide open, thought about it, and then said, no, let's run some offense here. Caldwell on the high post. Olabode with the left hand, had it stripped and taken away. And back the other way comes Muhammad, one-on-one against Caldwell. Now bounce pass back to Muhammad, and she lost it, but able to recover is Bryson and brings it back out, and they'll reset. El Hassan for three, up and no good. Bright and others fight for it. Jada Terry comes out of there with it. 11-4, Tech with the advantage, under 5 minutes to play first quarter. Caldwell trying to look inside for Olabode, can't get it, but now Dio gets it back, lays it up and in, and a chance for three.
That was a terrific rebound by Dio to get it underneath and go right back up with it. It all starts with an unbelievable rebound by Jada Terry because she got the ball tipped to her by Grayson Bright because Grayson was flying in there to try to make something happen.
The chance for the and one when we come back. 4:30 to play first quarter. It's Tech 13, Arkansas Pine Bluff 4. We come back, have more from United Supermarkets Arena in a moment on the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Can you keep your eye on the Benchmark logo? Watch closely and let's see which basketball has the logo hidden under it. All right, fans, which basketball is it? It's number 3. Thanks for playing the Texas Tech Basketball Shuffle, presented by Benchmark. Benchmark, the #1 C-Rock sales agency in the nation. It's time to turn up the music, get out of your seat, and show off your dance moves for the Texas Tech Band Jam, presented by Whataburger.
This opening quarter, Tech out strong today, 13-4. AT&T, a proud sponsor of Tech Athletics. Switch to AT&T Wireless and DirecTV today and stay connected all season long. AT&T, entertainment your way.
Early numbers for Texas Tech. They have 10 points in the paint, 7 points off turnovers. Lady Raiders with 7 rebounds have committed just 2 turnovers. Meanwhile, Arkansas Pine Bluff has 4. So far, Dio Olabode leads all scorers with 5, Brittany Brewer with 4, and Bree Blair with 4 too. As Dio's going to have a chance at a free throw here in just a second. Lady Raiders shooting 6 of 12 from the field.
Whereas Arkansas Pine Bluff just 2 of 8 and 0 of 3 from distance. A little surprising that a team that does not shoot the 3 very much or very well, as they had only hit 5 of 30, but they are gunning it some here in the early go.
Here's a score for you from Stillwater. Oklahoma State leads Northwestern State 61-27. At the half, Yale leads Kansas 41-38. North Texas and K-State playing later, and West Virginia and North Florida playing at 4 o'clock.
As Dio for the and one, it's up and it is good. And now Zuri Sanders, the 6-foot junior out of Evansville, Indiana, will come in, and Dio will take a seat as it's now 14-4 as Tech with a double-digit lead now. as Bryson will bring it up, the 5'5" junior out of Memphis, Tennessee. Boy, what a hotbed for basketball, both guys and ladies. Left side, El Hassan, pass deflected and out of bounds as just checking into the game, Catherine Darden, a 5'11" sophomore out of Pearland, played at Pearland Dawson.
Bryson, they describe her as the best penetrator on this team and very quick.
As El Hassan off the inbounds. Now back to Bryson on top. Tech doing some trapping out of that 2-3. Turnaround is up and in for Faith Ohanta. Her first real touch this afternoon, and it's 14-6 now with some pressure in the backcourt. Caldwell gets it up to Bright. Gray looks around, and now she'll run the point here and puts up finger number 1. Gets it to Blair on the wing right side, back to Gray. Now swing it down, Caldwell. Rasay looks around. Swing it deep right-hand wing, Blair with a left-hand dribble into traffic. Now back across the floor, Bright at 2, at 1. Caldwell for 3 off the rim, no good. Blair flies in, rebound. Oh, will not fall, but a chance at free throws.
Right, but the good thing is that she got the rebound there off of the shot by Rasay Caldwell, who very wisely looked at the shot clock and said, I got to fire this thing off.
As Bree will shoot 2. We'll see who they get that foul on. Oh, it's on Ohanta, her second.
Yeah, that's big because Ohanta the other day for them, she was 8 of 11 from the field, 13 of 15 from the free throw line.
Blair misses the front end. Make a basketball move to Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Enjoy 100% Hill Country smoked meats, Rudy's signature sauce, and those delicious sides. In and out and back in again for Bree Blair on the back end. And it's a 9-point game again at 15-6 Lady Raiders.
Ohanta had 30 against Philander Smith.
I don't care who, granted there were 91, but you put up 30 against anybody, that's impressive. Dump down on the baseline, Terry cuts him off, and a steal by Grayson Bright. Boy, Gray, good job there. Boy, I'm just so impressed with the way Tech's hands are on the defensive end against the zone. Dump down inside Terry, powers it up, right to left, up and no good. Fight for it, Sanders against 4 players, but El Hassan comes out of there with it to Bryson as she runs it up into the front court. Out on top to El Hassan on the wing left side. Thought about it for 3. On the high post now, dumped down inside and lost. Ball still loose. And it's going to be as Caldwell knocks it off of Ohanta out of bounds. Boy, really, I think Ohanta's a little bit frustrated, Chuck.
Yeah.
In fact, she's coming out.
In fact, like I said, she's a gal that wants to play harder than you. They describe her as relentless, that she's deadly to 15 feet. And does a great job getting her own rebound off a missed shot.
Against pressure, and Caldwell fouled by El Hassan. Her first, the 4th team foul. Tech still has yet to be whistled in this opening quarter. They're the leader in the conference and 2nd in the nation so far in fewest fouls per game.
22. I hope Jesse Dickerson calls that the way he just did in the Big 12, because Rasay kind of pushed off with her forearm.
To get some room there.
Yeah.
Blair, oh, great pass to Terry, layup good. JT with her first basket, but what a great feed by Bree Blair. And Tech now up 17-6, their biggest lead of this opening quarter. El Hassan in front of us on the left-hand side with a right-hand dribble, bounce pass, and she throws it away. Chuck, how many turnovers? I got to think that's at least 7.
Mark, that is 7 on Pine Bluff, yep.
As Ayanna McKenzie, the 6'2 senior out of Gotha, Florida, in, and Jada Terry out. Of course, with no Aaron DeGreat today, wearing that walking boot. Hopefully that's a short-term deal.
I saw Jada when she went in for that layup kind of tweak her ankle just a little bit. But she's always one that kind of gets beat up out there on the floor. She seems to be walking okay, though.
Caldwell works around, gets it up underneath. Sanders powers up, too strong, no good. Off the backboard, and Pine Bluff can't hold it out of bounds.
I wish she'd just gone straight up with it. She took a dribble on the floor with it. She probably had a better shot if she'd have just gone straight up with it.
Off the inbound, Sanders in the corner left side. Ooh, trying to throw it to McKenzie and throws it away. Instead, here comes Bryson all the way, lays it up and in. Alexis Bryson with the uncontested layup, and it's 17-8.
You saw her quickness right there, because that ball looked like it was headed for us right here on the far side opposite the scorer's table. She was able to get it and then go to the rack.
Caldwell out on top with 1.5 minutes to play first quarter, 17-8. Dump down, Sanders kicks it out. Caldwell, boy, just able to save it and not go backcourt. Bright thought about it for three on the left side, now pulls up from 14 and off the back of the iron, no good. There's Blair with an offensive rebound and on the floor is fouled. And that should be 2 on El Hassan. It is her second and over the limit, and Bree Blair will shoot free throws. But boy, Chuck, I love her aggression.
Yeah, and you love the fact that she's actually seeing the whole basketball court today and passing the ball a little bit too, because she's known to get the ball in her hands. She's not afraid to take a shot, right?
As Bree at the line for 2. First one is good. Fox Sports Southwest serving up Red Raider and Lady Raider basketball all season long, starting next Sunday, actually, with Chuckles. Be sure to tune in every Wednesday for Double T Insider, powered by Texas Tech TV.
I'll be with a Hall of Famer. Are you a Hall of Famer or anything?
No,
okay.
I am not. I'm a legend in my own mind. Does that count?
I want to say with the Hall of Famer. I can't say that on this broadcast. I can say with the Hall of Famer.
Oh, okay. Thanks a lot, you and Cheryl. Keeping me humble.
It's pretty good. Resume's right up there to your left if you want to check it out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hanging in the rafters here. Bree hits them both. Again, an 11-point lead at 19-8. As into the game is Shanna Shavers, a 6'2 freshman from Pine Bluff for the Lady Lions. Quick three is put up and banked in by Malik Muhammad. She has 7 of their 11 here in this first quarter, single-handedly pretty much keeping the Lady Lions in this one.
You're going to close that bank. It keeps being open on Sunday here at the arena.
Dump down underneath. Dio Olabode just back in with a left-handed layup is good. Dio with 8 here in the quarter, 21-11.
How much has she improved to her senior year from last year and even her sophomore year? Much more patient, and her shot is very good.
No doubt. Well, I can't speak to 2 years ago like you can, Chuck, but definitely an improvement over a year ago, no question. A little bit out of control. As getting it back up now is Bryson. Is also into the game Noelle Taylor, 5'10 sophomore for the first time. 3 is good for Alexis Bryson. 21-14 as Caldwell with the right hand gets it up, trying to split the double and lost it off the shoe. And back the other way comes Pine Bluff. As quickly with it is Ashley Daniel, who gives it up. Shot no good at the buzzer, and that's the way the first quarter will end. Not exactly the best way to end the quarter, but Tech, after 10 minutes, has a 7-point lead. As after 1, it's Tech 21, Arkansas Pine Bluff 14. Back to United Supermarkets Arena for the second quarter next on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
The 2003 was selected 4th overall in the WNBA draft by the Phoenix Mercury. In her professional career, she played for Phoenix, Detroit, New York, Tulsa, Dallas, and Minnesota. Her notable achievements include winning 3 WNBA championships, being named a WNBA All-Star 2015, and being awarded the first ever WNBA 6th Woman of the Year award in 2007. In the offseason, the man also perfected her craft by playing overseas in Italy, Israel, Russia, Poland, and Korea. After a successful 14 years in the WNBA, and most recently winning the 2017 WNBA championship with the Minnesota Lynx and fellow former Lady Raider Gia Perkins, Lynette has decided to retire from the WNBA. Ladies and gentlemen, the Double T Varsity Club is pleased to welcome out to Lubbock, Lady Raider great, Lynette Pearson.
Supermarkets Arena. It's Texas Tech 21 and Arkansas Pine Bluff 14 as one of the, Chuck, I would definitely have to say probably one of the top 5 players in Tech history, Lynette Pearson.
Man, it's hard to say because there's so many that fall into that category.
Yeah,
I mean, they inducted one into the Hall of Fame the other night with the Hall of Fame Hall of Honor dinner in Connie Robinson, and she was really, really good too. And Lynette Pearson, obviously a great Lady Raider. who led her Minnesota Lynx team to a WNBA championship, along with Gia Perkins, another former Lady Raider, who was really good in her own day, too. Both of them playing with Candy Whitaker, back in the day.
Yep.
And their coach sitting up here over our shoulder, Marcia Sharp, she was also inducted. And it was just a great evening Friday night at the Overton Hotel and Conference Center. It was just a lot of nostalgia. They had inducted a couple of others as well, and including Tony Batty, who was really good for Coach James Dickey.
Yes, no question.
A real prince of a guy, James Dickey. But Tony Batty, he was a guy that grew from the time that Coach Dickey signed him by a couple inches to the time that he got on campus.
A couple? How about 6?
Well, that first year.
Oh yeah, but he just kept
growing. You
Yes,
keep watering them, they'll keep growing.
Indeed. It's Tech with the basketball to start this second quarter as the freshman Angel Hayden, the 5'6" freshman out of Canyon, getting the solid screen from Brewer, gets it to Grayson Bright. Olabode, Brewer, and Terry. What a catch by JT against a double team and lays it in.
She just went up and got that one.
23-14, a 9-point lead again, as Bryson gives it up to Muhammad. Now swinging around to Bryson, as Noel Taylor on the high post now gets it back on the wing left side, guarded by Hayden. Swinging around, looking around is Bryson, trying to do something with the left hand. Gives it up, Taylor forces it up and hits with 1 on the clock.
That's the thing you don't want to do, man. You just don't want to keep letting them into the ball game. She's a gal that you don't want to foul, but man, she came right out and just put that shot up, like you said, with a second to go on the clock.
23-16 on the high post. Brewer swinging around to Olabode on the left side. Dump down for Terry. Oh, beautiful pass to Brewer for the layup is up and good.
Jada just flicked it back to her, and Brittany was right there to catch it and put it right up. Boy, beautiful passing and good hands there by both those guys.
Chuck, I'm going to tell you, that's the best pass I've seen JT throw in her 2 years here. That was just exquisite. 25-16, Tech with a 9-point lead, doing a good job forcing Arkansas Pine Bluff a little bit out of their normal sync here, as Bryson with it, trying to drive on Bright, just throws it up and no good. And there's JT with a rebound. Boy, she is playing great so far.
She is.
Hayden to Bright, lob inside, Brew, catch, layup, good. That's a catch she didn't make last year, Chuck, consistently.
She bobbled it just for a second, but stayed with it and hung on to it and didn't panic and went straight up with it. She just keeps getting stronger. You see her confidence growing, her voice growing out on the court as well.
As Tech again with an 11-point lead at 27-16. Looking around against the zone, swing at Bryson. Now on the baseline, Taylor, dribble drive against Brewer on the high post. Shot is up and rattles around and draws in by Shanna Shavers.
She's a freshman. Boy, she didn't look like a freshman right there, did she?
Just stepped right up, knocked it in. 27-18 is Bright with it out on top. Out high right-hand side, Hayden in the corner. Olabode thought about it for 3. Dio swings it around to Bright on the left-hand side. Now back to Dio, right side. Dio with a left-hand dribble all the way through the lane with a left hand up and no good. Rebound taken away by Ashley Daniel, the 5'9" sophomore out of Barbados. As Noel Taylor here in front of us, out high. Daniel left open for 3 and hits it. And boy, Candy Whitaker's not going to like that, as that was a basic rotation there that did not get made, and it's 27-21, and we got a full timeout with 7:04 to play in the half. It's Tech 27, Arkansas Pine Bluff 21. Back after this timeout on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Stop by the marketing table on the West Concourse to pick up the new Lady Raider basketball posters to get signed after the game. Hey, Lady Raider fans, want to be better than Texas Tech basketball and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers? It's time for Raider Wins Lucky Section. And that means if your section is picked, you win. So you have to make some noise and let Raider Win know if you want some Raising Cane's.
play first half. Our score, Tech 27, Arkansas Pine Bluff 21. Well, if you're planning to attend an upcoming Tech athletic event, stay in style and get a great rate at one of our preferred properties. Go to texastech.com and click on the Hotel Partners button. Our preferred properties include the Overton Hotel and Conference Center, the Baymont Inn and Suites, Embassy Suites, Hawthorne Suites, Hyatt Place, Hilton Garden Inn, My Place Hotels, and Clarion Grand Park Hotel and Conference Center.
Well, Mark, one thing that's keeping Pine Bluff in this ball game is three-point shooting, which is crazy because they'd only made 5 threes coming into this game in their first 2. Already today, they're 3 of 6. Meanwhile, Lady Raiders are 1 of 7. Tech shooting 11 of 22 from the field, 50%, and now Pine Bluff's 9 of 17 for 53%. But the number of threes that you've missed when you had wide open opportunities has been big, and that's part of the reason why they've been able to stay in the ball game. Pine Bluff, they've come down and hit some on their own to give them momentum.
So Rasay Caldwell back in, and the pass almost stolen by Noelle Taylor.
Yeah, she just ran out of real estate here along this sideline away from across from the Lady Raider bench.
As the 5 on the floor, Sanders, Hayden, Caldwell, Terry, and Lindsay Wilby, the 5'11 freshman, in for the first time out of Powder Springs, Georgia.
You know, just a second ago, when Dio Olabode went inside and missed that shot, Grayson Bright was wide open for a 3 in the corner. And one of the things that Coach Whitaker said about Grayson, that she said she needed to be more vocal, but also said that she could be a knockdown 3 threat. But she's going to have to work on that shot more to maybe earn that opportunity when somebody has the ball in the lane like that.
Hayden running the point right now for Tech. Gets it across the floor. Sanders, now Caldwell on the wing right-hand side. Rasay gives it up to Brewer. Swinging on the left side to Wilby. Lindsay back to Hayden as you got both freshmen on the floor right now. Caldwell on the baseline. Terry back out. Caldwell takes it down into the paint with a left hand. Floats it up and no good. Fight for the rebound, and Pine Bluff comes out of there with it, and then they can't handle the outlet. As Destiny Bruton threw that one away, 5'7 senior out of Augusta, Georgia, and Tiffany Murdoch, a 5'6 senior from Malvern, Arkansas, and Paris Junior College.
She did a really good job of going inside, though, and getting position to be able to get that rebound. And then threw it away.
Back to Hayden now. Rasay, wide open 3 on the right side off the front of the rim and no good. Fight for the rebound. Sanders and Terry both had a chance to get it but couldn't hold on to it.
Rasay is 0 of 3 today so far shooting. She just has not been able to get anything to knock down. Check that 0 of 4 and 0 of 3 from distance.
As Bruton will bring it up. Bruton, El Hassan, Taylor, and also back in is on the backdoor feed for the layup is good by Noelle Taylor, and it's a 4-point game at 27-23. There's a 7 unanswered here for Pine Bluff. Caldwell hands off to Hayden. Angel back on the right side, Wilby. Lindsay with the left hand back to Hayden, now on the left side to Caldwell. Rasay back across the floor, Wilby on the right side, sets up for 3, no good. But Terry follow, yes, and is fouled.
Yeah, fouled there by Aya El Hassan, and Jada just got the weak side rebound there and went right back up with it.
That should be her 3rd. If that indeed is El Hassan, as Bright in and Caldwell out. As JT with a chance at the 3-point play here. It is up. Good. JT was 7, and it's 30-23. Back to a 7-point lead here for the Lady Raiders.
Well, one of the strengths of this Pine Bluff team, they're athletic, they play really hard, and they execute offensively. We have seen that already here in this first half of play.
Bruton on the high post to Shania Hatter, the native, another Texas native out of Cuero. With the right hand down the paint, lays it up and in is Noelle Taylor. She's got 6 here in this quarter.
There just wasn't anybody there to deny her. I mean, she just ran right through the lane, and everybody just said, okay.
That looked much like last Sunday in Taylor Deere at Texas State. Jada Terry on the baseline, gets it out to Bright. Back out on top, Wilby with the right hand. Lindsay down the paint against a double team, a little strong, no good. JT fouled, hits the floor hard.
And she had her legs taken out from under her.
Jada going to get back up. To see who the foul is on.
She always takes her time probably to give herself just a little bit of chance to get a little extra rest. I don't blame her one bit.
Now, if that's El Hassan, is that 4?
Well, she's got 3 right now, so if it's on El Hassan, that is her 4th. Which makes you kind of question why they didn't get her out of the lineup there.
That's what I've got. I don't know. We'll see what the stats show. But she's out now.
That's her 4th mark.
Oh, wow. 4 fouls.
At the 5:03 mark of the second quarter.
As Caldwell on the baseline kicks it back out. Olabode, long 2 is off the back of the iron, no good. Fight for the long rebound, still loose on the floor, and it's a tie-up, and it will go to Pine Bluff on the alternating possession.
And just so you know, Hassan, I mean, she'd played 11 minutes. She'd turned the ball over once. She'd gotten 1 rebound, 1 assist, and was 0 of 1. But she was really part of helping make that offense flow. And then stop on the other end by committing the foul.
Yeah. As Bruton brings it up, guarded by Hayden, as Tech back in the man-to-man. As Shantayla Harris, who's back in. Here on the left-hand side, Murdoch. He's swinging around on the right-hand side. Bruton now on the lob inside, deflected by Terry, and a steal by Blair. Nicely done by Tech. It's Tech running the floor. Rasay wide open, lever for 3, and she'll knock it down.
There you go. That's her first.
Rasay with her first field goal, and it's 33-25, an 8-point lead with 4:13 to play in this first half. It's Harris on the high post over Terry from 17 short. JT with a rebound to Rasay. Caldwell 1-on-2. Now will start down, and boy, bumped and is fouled. And Jesse Dickerson looking at Noelle Taylor like, you might need to shut it down and not talk so much. On Taylor, her first, and that is the 3rd foul on Pine Bluff, yes, here in this second quarter. As Tech still has not been whistled for a foul in this game.
That's crazy.
16 minutes in as I'm knocking on wood. Hayden.
Yeah, it's going to be your fault here.
Yeah, of course it is. It's always my fault. Olabode out of the corner for 3. It's up and good. Rattle around, dropped in.
Took a little bit off of that one. She was back a little bit behind the line, but yeah, it was nice to see that one go down for Dio.
And now back to an 11-point lead, their biggest here at 36-25.
Now let's see if you can shut them down before the end of the second quarter. Not let them back in.
On Taylor on the right-hand side, out on top Murdoch. Dump down inside, trying to angle it. Ball is loose on the floor. Olabode going for it, can't get it. Shantayla Harris had it knocked away by Hayden. Rasay with it, and here she comes off another turnover. Left side, Blair, 3 on the way. Bingo!
Rasay saw her wide open, but boy, that play created by the hustle of Angel as she was able to knock that ball away and stay with it and then come up with it and get it going for the Lady Raiders.
It was 27-23. Tech is on a 12-2 run to get their biggest lead of this first half here at 14. Covenant Medical Group with 4 convenient urgent care locations in Lubbock. Visit covenanthealth.org/urgent care to find a Covenant Urgent Care Clinic near you. Oh my.
We have some sad news.
We do. Our good friend Corky Oglesby's just passed, Chuck.
Well, Cork was just a great Red Raider for this basketball program and this university, and a tremendous, tremendous ambassador. Your partner on men's basketball when you first got started with the Red Raiders.
Chuck, I'd planned to go see him this week. Oh.
Well, he was here for the men's game the other night, and they introduced him on November the 10th for that first game that Coach Beard's team played this year against South Alabama. But just a tremendous Red Raider.
Cork, we'll see you on the other side, brother. Off the inbounds, catch, layup, good.
That was Destiny Bruton. And so they come out of that timeout, and they get a couple of points. And that's what Candy Whitaker did just a few minutes ago. She called that timeout at 27-25, and Lady Raiders went on that 12-2 run and just give up a couple right there.
Hayden on top to Caldwell. I apologize, but I don't apologize
You got
with the
nothing to
news.
apologize for.
Caldwell on the baseline, takes it, shakes, bakes underneath. Blair, 3 again, and it is off the rim, no good. Olabode offensive rebound, step up, under, up, and wild, no good. Boy, Dio strong, back up, and no. tips it back out. She said, hey, let's just start over.
But, you know, Cork had a good celebration of life back in August. He had a tremendous run.
3, Caldwell, bingo!
That was way out there.
42-27. 15-point lead. Bounce pass on the left-hand side to Muhammad. Out on top now with the right hand, taking it down, and there's the first foul of the game on Tech. 18 minutes and 13 seconds in.
That's unbelievable.
As Dio Olabode with a foul.
Now you have a veteran officiating crew today, but some of these guys haven't always been exactly the kindest to the Lady Raiders over the years.
As Brittany Brewer back in, and Jada Terry out.
Again, I think you just want to finish strong here and go into the locker room with a great taste in your mouth and not one that you're feeling like you gave back what you just earned. I mean, you're up by 15. I bet you Candy Whitaker would like to be 15 or more as they head into the locker room.
Harris to Bruton now Bruton on the wing right side with a left-hand dribble into traffic all the way. Wild with a layup, no. Brewer with a rebound. Here comes Caldwell bringing it up into the front court. Rasay, lob, great pass for Olabode, and boy, Harris just got a couple of fingertips on it, or otherwise that'd have been a layup.
You're just a little bit out of control there coming down. Rasay just going just a little bit too fast, and that wasn't a real crisp pass, but you're lucky to get the ball back.
Blair out on top. Gets it to Bright. Now on the left side, Caldwell. Rasay dribble drive of the baseline from 12. Good. Rasay starting to heat up with 8 here in this quarter.
He's feeling it a little bit. That's good.
44-27, a 17-point lead. Muhammad on the left-hand side. She'll take the quick 3, and it's an air ball. Blair with a rebound. Here comes Caldwell back in the middle of the floor as we go under 1 minute to play in this first half. Off the screen. Take it down, dump down, high off the glass. No. Brew follow right in front of the lip of the cup. No. Wow.
I thought they might run just a little bit of clock there, but I mean, you had too good an opportunity right there.
Yeah, you need to score right there.
A couple of bunnies right there. You just couldn't get it to fall.
As Bryson out on top. Dribble drive to the wing, right-hand side, looking for the screen, gets it. Gets it to Bruton. Now dump down inside Harris against Brewer. Rejected by Brett out of bounds.
That's something we saw a lot of her last year. That was a good block there by Brittany.
Oh, and they're saying, whoa. And they're saying Tech gets the ball. She must have deflected it. Did Harris out of bounds.
Yeah, she did.
And now Tech can play for the last shot. Blair across the line, Caldwell.
She rejected her. She faced her, Mark.
And, yeah, there's an expression that you could use there. A facial was indeed served.
Yes.
Blair at 7. Bright looks around to Caldwell, squares 3, good!
And
no, it's an offensive foul on Bree Blair for a moving screen. And Candy Whitaker is like, wait a minute. And Bree's trying to plead her case here.
Bree's wanting a little bit of an explanation.
And she gets it and says, okay.
Grayson kind of got her out of there, too, before she went too far. Meta Roberts was good to explain that.
As Bruton rejected by Bright, and that's the way the first half will come to an end. As Tech going into the locker room, they will have a 44-27 lead. Now stay tuned. The AT&T halftime report comes up next on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to honor and recognize Hall of Fame coach Marcia Sharp. This weekend, Coach Sharp was inducted into the Texas Tech Hall of Honor, and former Lady Raider Patty Robinson. Cal was inducted In addition to her role leading the Lady Raiders, Coach Sharp was named an associate AD at Texas Tech in 1995, a role she continues today. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Marcia Sharp. We would also like to welcome back, beloved, these special former Lady Raiders. Melinda Hunt from 68 to 70. Kayleen Cadell, 70 to 73. Carla Kitten, 76 78. Lynn Melton, 78 to 1982. Carolyn Thompson, 80 to 84. Rose Ross Elder, 81 to 83. Camille Franklin, 82 to 86. Carrie Lee Franklin, 82 to 84. Vicki McKenzie, 86 to 88. Tammy Wilson, 90 to 92. Laura Harper Lowe, 90 to 91. Tabitha Truthdale Sanders, 93 to 95. Claudette Pearson, 99 to 2003. Jamitra Hill, 2000 to 2003. Kyle Hunt, 2002 to 2006. And Paige Parliament, 2013 through 2016. Thank you for all you have done for Lady Raider basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, these Lady Raiders give them a big round of applause.
celebrate all members of our community. We are strong and we embrace diversity.
We respect and support each other. We value all characters. We encourage inclusivity. We are greater because of our connection.
We connect with the lovely community. We train smart global leaders. A team cannot be successful unless it embraces the talent and potential of all its players. At Texas Tech, we honor the contributions of every Red Raider. We are one Red Raider community.
Red Raider basketball fans, you know as well as I do, when we're in the heat of battle, winning can feel like a life or death situation. At the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center, we're fighting for you. From the classroom to the lab, in clinics and ORs, we're improving and saving lives. Today, we graduate more healthcare professionals than any other institution in Texas. Ranked first in the nation for graduate health programs. Now how's that for Raider power?
And take a look at the video board for today's halftime stats presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
He was like, hold this, I went like this. He was like, hold this, that's what I'm telling you. I was like, I didn't have it on that thing. I didn't start yet. I was gonna go to where they start the line at. I was like, yeah, because it started from that side, but she was on this side. You should have had her on that side where it goes like that. Got it.
And those are your Coca-Cola Zero Sugar halftime stats. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with a sad heart that we inform you that Red Raider legend Corky Oglesby has passed away. We ask that you keep his memory and his family in your hearts and in your minds with a moment of silence. Thank you. Lady Raider Nation, your Texas Tech Lady Raiders!
Chuck Hines, my son Cody, and Jesus Arenas. Chuck Updegrove at Network Control. Tech up 44-27 as we get ready for the start of the second half. Stations we'll get to an identification when we can. It's Blair, Caldwell, Brewer, Terry, and Ola Bodie. And here we go. Blair on the left-hand side. Back to Rasay out on top as Arkansas Pine Bluff in a sagging man here as Ola Bodie dumped down for Terry. Tough catch in traffic, and she's fouled. Before the shots, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
We're back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're back.
As the foul on Shantayla Harris, as Jada Terry will go to the line and shoot a pair as the first one is up and good. Want to be a part of the team? Your financial commitment to the Red Raider Scholarship Fund will change the lives of our current student athletes, propelling them to success. far beyond graduation. The Red Raider Club, your support, their effort, our fearless champions.
Boy, Shantayla has been a non-factor today for a gal that averages a double-double and was an all-conference player a year ago. I mean, she has been held scoreless, and she's hardly been a factor at all in the rebounds with one.
Layup no good by Ohanta, and back the other way comes Caldwell. Rasay to Britt, steps into a 17-footer, high arcer off the front of the rim and no good. Rebound taken away by Bryson. It's Bryson, Harris, Bruton. Let's see here, Ohanta and Noel Taylor, the 5 on the floor to start this second half for Pine Bluff. As Bruton down the lane against Terry, lays it up by Harris, no good. And Blair with a rebound. They had it work perfectly. Just got to finish those.
She just threw the ball up underneath the iron too close and hit the bottom of it. And Ohanta's not really been a factor at all today either.
Terry from 16 in and out, no good. Tapped around, and Harris with the rebound for Pine Bluff. In fact, Harris before the game was standing right here as we were going over pronouncers, and she gave me a high five and was like, "Sir, that's right." And I was like, "Well, that's great, but I don't want to be calling your name too much." As the ball thrown away into the backcourt as Ohanta will run it down and touch it for an over and back.
Ohanta today is 1 of 3 from the field, and she's got 2 points and a rebound, 3 turnovers, but she's a player that had 30 in her last outing.
Brew right here in front of us to inbound, gets it to JT as Jada gets it over to Olabode out high right-hand side. Top the free throw circle, Caldwell. Brissay on the high post. Brew in the corner left side, Blair. Bree Blair drives the baseline. Up, under move is short, no good. Fight for the rebound. Blair comes out of there with it. Powers it back up and is fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot.
I believe Harris got her.
We'll check and see. Actually, they're going to call it on Ohanta.
Okay.
That's her third.
Either or. I mean, because if it had been on Harris, it would have been her third, but she was right there in the vicinity.
46-27. Almost 2 minutes gone by here as Bree Blair goes right back to the line. Or to go to the line and shoot 2 here. As the first one is up and in and out, no good. Bree now 3 of 5 at the line here this afternoon. Second shot on the way and swish.
That gets her 11 to go with her 5 rebounds. It's a nice response after what she did the other night. 18
She's got a
and
chance
11.
at another double-double.
Yeah, she does.
As Tech in man-to-man here after playing a lot of the first half in that 2-3 matchup, causing some problems. Although they did run a little man, and that's when Arkansas Pine Bluff kind of got back in the game. Off that man-to-man. Taylor swings it off. 3 is up and no good. Fight for the rebound. Bruton with it. Up, under, gives it to Harris. Spins, can't shoot. Kicks it back out. And Coach Nate Kilbert says, let's run a different set here. 7:40 to play third quarter. Tech 47, Arkansas Pine Bluff 27.
Need an exciting play here. You need something to happen, defensive or offensive, to kind of get everybody back into it.
Bruton lays it up short and no good. Tapped around and it's saved. Oh, I thought for sure that was going out of bounds.
Me too.
But
So did Brittany
Ohanta
Brewer.
saved it. So another fresh shot clock, and you got to play defense some more. Harris. Pass almost stolen by Blair to Bruton. Now back Ohanta, guarded by Brew. Force a high arcing air ball, no good. And the offensive rebound, Taylor. Floating wild layup, no good. And Olabode there. And boy, the Tech's height just causing all kinds of problems.
Finally getting a rebound after they kept bouncing the other way.
Caldwell dump inside, and Ohanta trying to front her commits the foul. And that's 4 on Ohanta. She's got 4. El Hassan with 4. As Bright in and Brew out for Tech.
You know, a couple
and
times.
And Ohanta still in. Olabode to Caldwell. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Chuck, but just shot. Bright to Caldwell in the corner left side. As off the screen by Olabode from 18 is no good. Rebound taken away by Harris.
Say you've had some great looks at the ball, just won't go down through the net. I mean, especially what Brittany Brewer had a few minutes ago, and same thing with Jada Terry, and that one rims out for Rasay.
Tech does not have a field goal in this second half, but UAPB has not scored. Only 3 points in the first 3.5 minutes, all on free throws by Tech. As Bruton, it's Arkansas Pine Bluff being deliberate here in their half-court set. Bruton Step back from 15 over. Ola Bodie out, no good. And there's Jada Terry with another rebound.
Mark, they haven't had a field goal since 2:58 of the second quarter. And we're almost 4 minutes into this quarter.
As Blair all the way short on the layup. She'll go back to the line and shoot again.
But you only have a 20-point lead. I say only, but I mean, you kind of look at this and go, man, this thing could be even more wide open than what it is.
As I believe that foul was called on Shantayla Harris, her third. Make a basketball move to Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Enjoy 100% Hill Country smoked meats, Rudy's signature sauce, and delicious sides. First free throw is up and good.
Do they cook enough barbecue when you're there with Coach Whitaker and her show? I mean, they just keep bringing it to you, don't they?
It's good.
Yeah, they just keep bringing it to you.
It's good,
Brisket,
man.
Pulled
yeah,
pork,
you know, and
chicken.
it's funny, Chuck, just kind of the way it works. Sometimes I get the opportunity to eat before, sometimes it's afterwards.
Sometimes,
but I don't get to eat, but not during. Not during
both?
either.
Ever both? You done both before?
Once last year. Okay. Offensive rebound, Ola Bodie on the miss. No good. But Tech back with it, and we'll reset it at 48-27. Right you are. The sauce is boss, my friend. Ola Bodie pass deflected, and a steal by Bruton. As 2-on-2 back the other way. Bruton pulls up in the lane and hits. And there is the first field goal in 7 minutes for Pine Bluff, and it's 48-29.
Well, she's known for her defensive steals.
And she got one there.
Yep.
Blair with the left hand all the way, floater down the lane, good!
Somebody finally got angry, and it was Bree Blair. And she just said, you know what, we're going to score right here, and I'm going to take it to the hoop.
50-29, again a 21-point lead here.
But you see what I'm saying? I mean, you feel like you should be leading by a lot more.
A little more, yeah, probably, but maybe that can start to materialize here in this third quarter. As back into the game is Shania Hatter in the post. She and Brewer going at it, but now Hatter steps out to set a screen as kick it off Bruton from 16 over Bright. Banks it in at the horn. As Bruton now with 6, and it's 50-31.
And she's identified as a red, which means that she's not going to shoot the ball, but she had to there.
As Brewer squares from 10, good. Brett with 10 rather. She's in double figures again. She's now been in double figures all 3 games so far. And again, the lead is 21 at 52-31.
So you got 3 Lady Raiders in double figures.
So Ola Bodie, Brewer, and Blair. Shot is up and no good. Shania Hatter is fouled. And Bree, her second and just the third whistle of the game against Tech. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 4:19 to play third quarter. Tech 52, Arkansas Pine Bluff 31 on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Red Raider fans, warm up those vocal cords with tonight's fearless karaoke band, presented by Double T Heating and Cooling.
To play third quarter, our score, Tech 52, Arkansas Pine Bluff 31. As AT&T, a proud sponsor of Tech Athletics, switch to AT&T Wireless and DirecTV today and stay connected all season long. AT&T, entertainment your way.
Lady so far in the basketball game, Mark, shooting now 19 of 45. Here in the third quarter, I should say, they're just 2 of 7, 28.6%. Pine Bluff not that much better. They're 2 of 10 for 20%. Lady Raiders now with 6 turnovers in the ball game. Meanwhile, Pine Bluff has just 11. They've really calmed down on the turnover. That was a problem for them early on, but that's something they've been able to put the tourniquet on, so to speak.
As Zuri Sanders back in the game for Tech, as is Angel Hayden right now. As Shania Hatter at the line, she's hit both of her free throws so far this year.
They had 7 turnovers in the first quarter, and they've only had 4 since.
Wow. Well, they definitely have shored that up, to say the least. As Hatter at the free throw line, first one is good.
Shored up's probably better than tourniquet, because tourniquet is pretty drastic when you've got to apply that.
Yes, sir. Second one up, good. Hatter hits them both. The former Cuero Lady Gobbler, which I guess at this time of year would be
turkey.
Absolutely.
Are you a fan of the turkey?
I am.
Do you have a favorite Thanksgiving dish that your wife will prepare?
My mother-in-law makes an outstanding dressing.
Well, of course she does. Even if she didn't, she does.
No, sir. It is outstanding. I trust me. Sanders inside, kicks it out bright. Dribble drive on the baseline, cut off. Back to Zuri on the high post to Hayden. Will square from 17 and short, no good. Out of bounds.
A little deer in the headlight there. I mean, she was too wide open.
Well, let's see. That was Angel's first shot attempt.
It was, okay.
This season.
Goodness.
But, of course, Angel coming from such an outstanding background, and the legendary coach Joe Lombard at Canyon.
There's got to be pressure when you come from Canyon and you're playing.
And you're playing for a coach that played for Coach Lombard. Yeah. As Hayden gets it out bright, one-on-one, Gray powers it up and in.
That's where Coach Lombard said, that's exactly how I taught you how to do it, Angel. The way that she threw that ball to Grayson Brighton, led her perfectly, and gets a big assist there after shooting an air ball. So nice comeback.
There you go, 54-33. Of course, Canyon's won the state championship 4 years in a row. What do we got? Rick Gilbert.
Fouls on Angel Hayden.
Boy, she looked like she was just following her player and ran into a screen.
I'm sorry, that really is on me. I should have had that for you. I was looking away when that foul was committed.
Well, I was looking right at it, and I'm like, where's the call? That's why I was so confused.
Well, it's their third game, too.
I could have a comment, and I'm leaving it alone. As with the left hand, Malik Muhammad, who had 7 in the first quarter, with 2, with 1. Muhammad throws it up and hit it.
That's the second one of those.
Muhammad with 10, and it's 54-36. As dumped down inside, great feed to Sanders, lays it up, no, but she'll go to the line and shoot. Great pass. I tell you what, the post-to-post passing has been good today, Chuck, really good.
Well, it's something that Coach Whitaker wanted them to be better on in this game, but you don't feel the energy that you felt in the first half for this team. I mean, I think they'd probably like to see a little bit more up and down and play a little bit more completely here the rest of the way. I mean, the game's not in jeopardy, don't get me wrong.
Zuri, first of the 2 is no good. Red Raider fans.
You know what I'm saying? Some flow?
Yeah, could use some. As Olabode out and Bree Blair back in for Tech. As Zuri had a couple of free throws against Florida A&M the other day. Knocks the back end there down, and it's 55-36, a 19-point lead for the Lady Raiders here with 2.5 to play in this third quarter.
One of the coaches in the stands saying to box out, but you don't have to worry about boxing out when you hit the free throw.
Correct. Correct. As off the screen, Bruton takes it down against Sanders, had it knocked off the knee of Blair, out of bounds. As checking in, Trocity Totten for the first time, a 5'10 freshman out of Itabena, Mississippi. Now, Nate Kilbert is in his 6th year at UAPB, but he had spent the previous 11 years at Mississippi Valley State, which is located where, Chuck?
I'll bet you it's in Itabena.
It is. Of course, the most famous Mississippi Valley State graduate of all time is who? Shot rejected. We'll give you that answer in a minute by Brewer as running the floor 3-on-1. Blair out ahead of the pack, lays it up and in.
That'd be Jerry Rice.
That would be correct, sir. And that's a layup to match Tech's biggest lead at 57.
He'd appreciate
36.
that catch and shoot right there, too.
Yes, sir. As Bruton out on top, bounce past Muhammad, guarded by Blair. Dribble drive on the baseline, rejected again by Brew, out of bounds. As Tech had been, they just hadn't had the block. They didn't get any against Texas State, had a couple the other day. That seems like that's at least 3 for Britt today. I'm not sure. As Totten with it, gives it up to Bruton. Out high left-hand side, guarded by Hayden in the man-to-man off the screen. Will take the 3 and hit.
That was just her second, but it was the third team block here so far today.
57-39. Blair dumped down inside. Brew powers it up, and got it.
There's the turnaround that you're looking for her. Going right up over Shanna Shavers, who's 6'2" and a freshman.
59-39.
She's lean and she's got some length to her. Shavers does.
It's Muhammad out on top, swinging around the right side, right through the hands of Totten, out of bounds.
It's their 12th turnover, but just their 5th since the first quarter. So
here comes Lindsay Wilby, the freshman for Tech. Lindsay in, and Bree Blair will sit. It's Candy Whitaker talking to Bree as she comes off the floor here. As Hayden running the point right now in this final minute of the third quarter. Angel with the left hand. Now gives it up to Sanders out on top. Handoff back to Angel. Handoff to Wilby out on top as Lindsay surveys the floor. Looks around. The right hand now gets it over to Hayden on the wing left-hand side in front of us. Britt calling for the ball. She gets it. Spins with the right hand and had it partially blocked. And boy, Sanders and one of the Pine Bluff players both go hard. And Zuri slow getting up. As Darden with the foul. Zuri back up. Ooh.
I'm sure she always kind of has it go through her mind. She had that knee injury that she suffered.
Chuck, is this today the first time she's not worn a sleeve or anything on that knee?
I saw that earlier this year. I think the first game of the year, I don't think she had a sleeve on, or at least
I thought she did. I thought she did against Florida A&M Wednesday, but I may be wrong. But Zuri steps to that line and off the back of the iron, and no good. 59-39 here with 38 seconds to play here in this third quarter. It's up, Swish. 60-39 now, 21-point lead again. Tech gets the 6th time it's been at 21. Zuri out and Dio back in. So it's Hayden, Bright, Olabode, Brewer, and Wilby, the 5 on the floor for Tech.
The 16 for Bree Blair's kind of snuck up on you a little bit. She had 7 in the first quarter and 9 the rest of the game so far.
As Bruton on the wing, left-hand side off the screen, takes it left to right. Shot blocked by Brewer again. Ball still loose. Bruton comes out of there with it. Guarded by Hayden with 3 to shoot. Muhammad will take it from 30 feet, and it's an air ball. Good Tech defense there. So with 8 seconds left in the quarter, Tech can try to get one more basket here. As Hayden got to hurry, gets it up the floor. Quickly looks around, gets it to Bright. Long 3, up and off the back of the iron, and no good. At the end of 3 this afternoon, our score, Tech 60, Arkansas Pine Bluff 39. Fourth and final quarter next on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Nearly.
from United Supermarkets Arena. It's Tech 60, Arkansas Pine Bluff 39. Red Raider fans, support the preferred restaurants that support the Red Raiders. Go to texastech.com and click on the Restaurant Partners button. Our preferred restaurants include 50th Street Caboose, Fuddruckers, Blue Sky, Rudy's Barbecue, Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, Texas Taco Company, and Chick-fil-A, Raider Park. But Chuck, nice quarter there. You don't put a ton more distance between yourselves and Pine Bluff, but it was a winning quarter, 16-12.
Right, but it wasn't as good as what the second quarter was, 23-13, and then 21-14 there in the first quarter. You know, I think you got some bench points. You still allowed some more bench points by Pine Bluff. They have 22. Lady Raiders there in the third quarter shot 5 of 13. They just could not get the ball to go through the hoop. But the defense that they put on Pine Bluff, they went 4 of 17, 23.5% for them there in that third quarter of play. Tech with 30 points in the paint and 17 points off turnovers. They've only turned the ball over 6 times today and only 4 personal fouls.
Boy, considering the fact that they had averaged over 20 turnovers, they had 20.5 the first 2 games, that is a great sign.
Yeah, see if they can hold true to that in the fourth quarter.
As Pine Bluff runs a little back door on as Atrocity Totten gets the basket, and it's 60-41. Dump down inside Olabode, out to Hayden, back to Dio. The block up, under, and no good. Fight for the rebound. Still loose on the floor, and finally recovered by Muhammad. Gets it to Bryson in the front court. Back to Muhammad, back to Bryson out on top, and they'll reset.
I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but Iona McKenzie back in the lineup here at this point to start the fourth quarter.
Got a couple of minutes in the first half, did I.
You're getting some players some playing time right now. Angel Hayden, Lindsey Wilby, in addition to Iona McKenzie.
Floater up and no good, but back tapped, and Pine Bluff gets it back. So at the end of 30 seconds of defense, you got to play some more as Ohanta, who has really been stymied today. Muhammad with the left hand trying to work around Bright. Gray got a piece of it, and then they're going to say she got a little bit of body as well.
Shea Caldwell's going to come in here in just a second. I was like, we hadn't seen her in quite some time. She's only played 22 minutes today. She played 16 in the first half.
Yeah, but Chuck, considering she played all 40 against Texas State and 30.
I mean, you don't need to play her that much today. I mean, that's
yes.
clear, and it's an opportunity to get some other players some playing time. It was just interesting. I was just kind of watching her just a second ago to say, okay, is there anything wrong there? She was just sitting there, said no ice or anything, just maybe one of those games where they don't need her, so there's no reason to wear her out, right?
You bet. As Muhammad at the line, 67% free throw shooter, 8 of 12 so far. The MCM Elegante Hotel and Suites, full-service restaurant and bar in the comfiest beds on the planet. MCMEleganteLubbock.com, 4-star elegance at affordable prices. As the first free throw is good, 60-42. The second free throw up and short, no good, as rebound run down by Olabode. As here comes Rasay bringing it up the floor, out high left-hand side, wing left side to Bright, looking inside McKenzie instead to Wilby as Lindsey back into the game with a right hand, now gets it to Rasay. Rasay dribbles around, now wanting the screen from Olabode, gets it, takes it down, nice pass for McKenzie, great catch, great layup.
Great assist there by Rasay Caldwell. She had 12 the other day. She has 4 today.
62-42. I's first points of the season. Her first shot attempt of the season is a make. As with the rebound, and now they get Gray for a little nickel dimer, and on Grayson, that's her second.
Well, Alexis Bryson pushed off on her. I mean, she extended a hand full, her left hand full. And
well, now wait a minute, Chuck. In the first half,
I know
Tech got away with one like that.
Right. I understand. I don't want it called both ways, Mark.
You only want it called one way.
That's right.
Just like Burger King want it your way, as Bright, knocked it off of Muhammad out of bounds. Great defense there by Grayson Bright to get a piece of that and then knock it off Muhammad. And now for the first time
actually,
in the
that's
second
how you
half,
Sonic right there.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Olabode brings it up into the front court. I got a certain liner about that somewhere.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I bet I do. Caldwell, as Rasay holds it out high. Holds her thumb up and now wants the screen from Olabode. Now will take the three and hit.
That'll get her in double figures.
It's Versailles with 11, and it's 65-42. Tech's biggest lead. 6 different times it had been at 21, and now they finally get it up over that at 23 here.
Coach Whitaker talking to Jada Terry. I'm wondering if she'll come in here in just a second.
As on the right side, Taylor to now Ohanta from 16. Shot does not even draw iron. Ohanta tries to save and does so to Muhammad.
And that's exactly what the scouting report said right there, that she'll go get her own rebound, and that's what she did.
But they didn't draw iron, and they had to throw something up, and it just went off the backboard as Tech got the rebound, so we play on player. 3 again by Caldwell, this time off the back of the iron, no good. Long rebound, Bright, and Tech will go back to work. Chuck, how did you know that my Sonic liner was the next one up? That's what I want to know. All right, Caldwell.
Telepathic, man.
Yeah, it's all that ESPN that we watch. All right, Caldwell to Olabode, step back 3 on the way. No.
Well, I bet you that shot just a second ago is a point of emphasis in the film post game, just from the standpoint of, hey, we told you that this is what she was going to do. You've got to know the scouting report. You cannot get lazy. You cannot not block out. And as a point of emphasis to make sure that doesn't happen in a game where it's really, really close.
We got a timeout on the floor. 6:37 to go. It's Tech 65, Arkansas Pine Bluff 42. Back after this timeout on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield. Foul on Lindsay Wilby, but then Lindsay got a steal, took it down, and got fouled. And the freshman from Georgia will get a chance to shoot as the foul on Faith Ohanta, who is fouled out of the game with 2 points, as the free throw by Wilby is no good. Lindsay's trying to scratch after having 11 the other day.
Ohanta, 2 points, 1 of 7, 0 of 1 from distance, had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 turnovers in 15 minutes of play. No bueno for her today.
As Jada Terry back in and Ayanna McKenzie out. Second one rattles out, no good. Dio offensive rebound up, and she's fouled.
For Dio, that's her 8th rebound. She has 11 points.
So the foul going to be on Ashley Daniel, her first, and the second foul of the quarter against the Lady Lions.
Lady Raiders led by 17 at the half. They lead now by 23.
Olabode free throw is good. Chuck, have that classic your way. With Sonic's new Car Hop Classic, you can pair a foot-long chili cheese coney or a cheeseburger with onion rings for just $2.99, because this is how you Sonic. Second free throw by Dio, swish.
That's good shooting for her, because it's not been good for her from the field today, 4 of 13.
Now we have the timeout. Now, see, now they say it's a timeout on the floor. All right, we'll take the timeout. 6:09 to go, 67-42. We're back in a moment on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time for the Red Raider Emoji Camp, presented by American Campus Communities. Show us your best emoji face tonight. Chance to win a $50 gift card. Tonight's Red Raider Emoji
67-42, Tech out in front. Texas Tech University and the divisions of diversity, undergraduate programs, and student affairs are committed to becoming a leader in promoting inclusivity and civic dialogue. We celebrate and value all members of our community. And today's game also being brought to you in part by our friends at the Rawls Course. Experience link-style golf and superb playing conditions at the Rawls Golf Course on the Tech campus. The Rawls Course open to the public, so book your tee time now by calling 742-4653 or at therawlscourse.com and be treated as a member for the day and receive a Troon golf experience.
Well, the scoring pretty well distributed today. 16 for Bree Blair. She leads all scores. 13 for Diola Bodie, 12 for Brittany Brewer, 11 for Rasay Caldwell. Jada Terry's got 9, and Jada just now coming back in the ballgame. She's got a shot at a double-double. She has 9 rebounds so far today. Diola's got a shot at a double-double too. She's got 8 rebounds so far today.
As Bruton brings it up, and Tech now showing a little 1-3-1 half-court trap as Bruton trying to get away from it is Bright. Definitely in her grill right now, trying to play her tough as Bruton finds a way to get around her. Dump down inside to Hatter. Shot is no good. Rebound taken away by Bree Blair. With 5:45 to play in the game, Caldwell step back, dump down inside. Terry catch, layup, no good.
Well, Hatter got in the way of her. I mean, Hatter's all of 6'3". It was Jada Terry at 6'4", and they're almost even.
Yeah, they are. If Hatter almost looks bigger.
She's got more weight on her, and there's no question, than Jada Terry.
As
not
Muhammad
as good a shape either.
Down the lane, up and no good, but there's Hatter just trying to push off out of bounds.
The ball's knocked out of bounds, out of her hands by Grayson Byte, but Hatter definitely pushed off there.
Oh, no question. That was an offensive foul.
It's almost like she used the basketball to push her off.
As Hatter catches, shot up over JT is no good. Rasay Caldwell with a rebound. Rasay runs it up the floor. Bright on the right-hand side.
Her second rebound.
Dump down now, kick back out, and it goes right through the legs of Bree Blair all the way down the floor. Pine Bluff picks it up, pass deflected and still loose, and now Blair comes back up with it. Boy, an ugly exchange there as Caldwell out on top. Nice dump down inside Terry. Strong, and she's fouled.
Noelle Taylor, they describe her as fast, and you saw it right there because that ball nullied the legs of Bree Blair. That's what they call it in soccer when it goes between your legs. You nully.
Nully, I thought, I've heard the term you megged them, like nutmegged them. I've heard that one too.
Okay.
I've not heard nully, but I like it.
Yeah, you like it?
I like it.
But then at least Bree Blair, after she had the ball just kind of Bill Buckner go through her legs like that, she was able to get a rebound.
Go and run it back down.
Yeah.
Interim Home Care and Hospice of West Texas, the largest and most experienced provider of health care services. Interim Health Care, dedicated to delivering expert care centered on you and your individual needs. Reckham Tech. And today's game brought to you in part by Wells Fargo, proud supporter of Lady Raider basketball and the power of teamwork. Stop by your nearest location to learn about how great things can be accomplished when you work together. Following us today on the Tech Sports Network on some of these same stations, the Tech men in the finals of the tournament that they are in.
Naismith Memorial tip-off tournament.
As they get 20th ranked Northwestern.
Yeah.
And I saw where coming over, I actually saw where Tech is actually a slight favorite.
Oh, okay.
Interesting, even though Tech's unranked. But you got to think if they beat 20th ranked Northwestern later this afternoon, that Chris Beard's team would then be 4-0. I think they'd be ranked, don't you, Chuck?
They'd be certainly receiving some votes, but yeah, as you beat Boston College the other night, that was considered a quality win, and one today over Northwestern certainly would be considered a quality win. And you know, when you're playing the Big 12 tournament conference, you know you're gonna have plenty of quality opportunities. But man, if you can roll some up in the non-con, that certainly can help potentially your RPI and getting you back into the tournament. That's they'd like to see.
They've got that one, and they've got one with Seton Hall at the end of the month at Madison Square Garden. So. Be tuned. Jeff Haxton and Matt Dunaway will be bringing us the action following our game here in a little while. 4 o'clock with their pregame and a 4:30 Central tip-off, 5:30 in the East for that one between Tech and Northwestern.
And then we'll have a traditional women's-men's doubleheader on Wednesday. Lady Raiders will play the University of Massachusetts Lowell.
At 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock.
And then the men play... Is it Wofford, I believe?
I believe you're right about that.
I think it's Wofford at 5:30 following us.
I'm excited about that because we get to sit next to the bench. And I like sitting next to the bench.
I know. That's like your thing, man. You like to sit next to the bench. I'm kind of like, hey, I've called games in this arena in the rafters, by the bench, opposite the bench. Hey, as long as I got a place to watch it, I'm good. Free throw by JT is good.
That gives her 10 points. Puts her in double figures.
68-42 as this expands the biggest lead. It's off the front of the rim and no good. Rebound run down by Noelle Taylor.
Well, she is fast. Well, I bet you she's on their track team at some point in time. She'll be a sprinter.
Man, no lie. She can flat out fly.
She can.
As Bruton just kind of stands around, lets 15 seconds the shot clock go off, and offensive foul on Hatter because she didn't get set when she set that screen. Now, she gets in there, she's going to set a solid screen, Chuck.
She is going to set.
She's going to set a solid screen.
But she was trying to set one on Jada Terry. I mean, that's a little problematic, too.
As Hatter with the foul, her first, and the 4th team foul. The next one, Tech will be shooting.
Jada comes out, and
Dio back in.
McKenzie, and Iana's still in there, too.
As McKenzie with it on the right side to Wilby. Dump down inside Dio, a little strong on that layup. And rebound taken away by El Hassan, playing with the 4 fouls.
We haven't seen her since early on in the second quarter.
She got literally about a minute or so.
5:03 at the second quarter when she got that foul. Her 4th.
She played maybe a minute in that third quarter, not much. As Muhammad with the left hand, wild, no good. Bright with a rebound.
So they have her listed for playing 12 minutes.
4 fouls as Caldwell with it. Rasay down, dump it off. Olabode, left-handed layup, good. Dio with 15, and it's 70-42.
Dio's got 8 rebounds, so she's got a shot at a double-double. Jada's on the bench, and you would think probably for the rest of the game, with the game well in hand.
This Tech showing some 1-3-1 as Bruton gets it to El Hassan. Right side, Muhammad for 3, and it's good.
Well, she'll dial 8 on that one, huh?
Boy, no doubt with 14. 70-45. It's back the other way. Rasay for 3 up and no good. Fight for the rebound. Muhammad knocks it out of Olabode's hands. As Hayden and Sanders back in for Tech. Olabode and Caldwell out. 3:04 to play. Tech up by 25. McKenzie to Wilby.
Kind of wondering if we'll see Lauren Harrison. She has not played this year. She's 6 foot, a sophomore from Tumble, Texas.
As the shot by Bright, no good. Rebound Bruton. Here they come 2-on-2. Bruton dumps it off, and Bright knocks it away out of bounds.
Very alert there, though, by Grayson as she got in front of that ball and was able to knock it out of bounds. It was intended for Malik Muhammad.
Well, Lauren, she doesn't have her warm-ups on, which means she's like, hey, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Timeout, Arkansas Pine Bluff. They can't get it in.
Maybe somebody told her.
And
she's going to come into the ball game. I don't know. It looked like it for a second there, but maybe not.
She might at some point the walk-on is Andropolis Hair Salon and Color Spa, proud supporters of Lady Raider basketball. Andropolis, an award-winning salon at 1315 University across from the Tech campus. Call 747-8811 for the latest haircuts, colors, balayage highlights, and hair extensions. Coming up in the postgame, we'll visit with head coach Candy Whitaker, and we might get a player as well.
All right, here's some numbers for you. Lady Raiders 25 of 61, 41%. They're 30 from distance, 6 of 20. They're 14 of 22 from the free throw line. Have committed just 7 turnovers, and after committing 21 the last time out, that's pretty good. They scored 23 points off the 16 turnovers by Pine Bluff.
El Hassan to Bruton with 2:40 to play in the game as Tech back in the 2-3 zone. As Bruton takes it around Ayanna McKenzie, wild, no good, and Sanders snaps it out and then has it taken away from her, Muhammad. And boy, I mean, it is just like all-out warfare underneath to get the ball.
I mean, between Zuri Sanders and Ayanna McKenzie, I'm not sure you want to tangle with either one of those, but a really good job of taking the ball out of the hands of her by Malik Muhammad.
As here comes Lauren Harrison for the first time, the 6-foot sophomore, into the lineup.
Well, she's not coming in yet. I think she's going to come in after this free throw.
As Ayanna will get to shoot here. She gets free throws because that was the 5th foul there. As Bruton picked up the foul. First free throw by I is no good. As Bright comes out, and here's Lauren Harrison.
And they're excited about that. Grayson Bright is excited about that. Dio's excited about that. So is Bree Blair. And Grayson was telling her where to be. She was using her voice a little bit. I think Coach Whitaker's pleased by that, because that's one thing she said the other day at her media availability, is that she wanted Grayson Bright to use her voice more.
71-45 as I makes the back end. As Tech in the man-to-man here. As Bruton out on top. Now they swing it around left side to Muhammad, guarded by Harrison as Lauren getting into her. El Hassan working around. Sanders pump fake shot from 16 is off the back of the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound, and boy, Lindsay had it knocked away, but she last touched it. Kind of got bumped.
Boy, Lauren Harrison has provided a little spark for that bench over there. They're pretty excited for her.
As off the inbounds, they catch it there. It's Bruton out on top as we go under 2 minutes to play in the game. Bruton with it from 16 on the way, and it is no good. Fight for the rebound, and Hayden comes out of there with it. Pushes Wilby. 2-on-1. Lindsay. Pass for Sanders, deflected and stolen, and a foul.
It's on Lauren Harrison. She'll get her name in the books there. They were trying to get the ball down low to Zuri Sanders. She was open at the. I'll tell you.
Lindsay waited. She waited just a little too late. She should have just lobbed it up there
Arkansas
closer
Pine
to the
Bluff's
rim.
not giving up here.
A minute 35 to go, 71-45, Tech with the advantage. Bruton dribbles to the wing left side, off the screen now, working against Hayden. Angel knocked it away. Bruton got it back, puts it up, and no good, and she's fouled, and I think it was McKenzie that got her.
That's
and
her
it
first.
And that is the 5th foul.
She's going to use all the ones that they're given. You know, if you gave them 6, then she'd do her best to use up 6.
Sure.
She's very, very physical.
As Destiny Bruton, who has 9 points, 7 of them here in the second half. The free throw is good. She is in double figures with 10. Second to double figures for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Second one up, good. Knocks them both down, 71-47. As a little pressure, McKenzie gets it to Welby. Welby takes it down, and she traveled.
Well, I think she was trying to work around to pass the ball to Lauren Harrison, who was wide open. She could have passed behind a step before. Here's the thing about Bruton. She has no assists today. She had 9 assists in her last game and had 15, so 6 in the first game and nothing today. They've shut her down in 22 minutes of play, have the Lady Raiders.
She was just 2 of 12 in that game on Thursday and an offensive foul. So the foul is on Ashley Daniel, her third. And Tech with 1:03 to go will get it back.
She's from St. James, Barbados, and found her way to Arkansas.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Pine Bluffs, yeah. There you go.
A little bit different environment, I would think.
Right, yeah.
As Angel out high left-hand side on the high post, McKenzie. Ayana with the right hand had it knocked away, but into the hands of Wilby down the baseline, kicks it off Harrison. Oh, wanted to shoot.
And she was wide open for a three.
Instead, we got a foul.
I'm sure Davide Moretti, when he was growing up in Bologna, Italy, he probably looked at the map of the United States and said, hey, someday I'm going to live there. And it probably wasn't Lubbock, Texas, right? And he'll be shooting for the Red Raiders here in a few minutes.
As Wilby free throw is no good. Lindsay now 0 of 3 at the line this afternoon. 71-47. Tech about to go to 2-1 on the year. There we go, knock it down. 72-47. 45 seconds to go. As Bruton just takes her time now off the screen. Now getting it back, Daniel. She'll take the three and no good. And there's Lauren Harrison with a rebound. Has it tied up. And it will go to Tech here.
Lady Raiders now with 10 turnovers in the ball game, and Pine Bluff with 17.
As across the line, Wilby looks around. Lindsay kicks it up, puts it up all the way to the goal and is fouled.
Behind the back dribble there too, on the run.
As Aya El Hassan, and that's her fifth. With no points, she had 3 in their last game and 3 steals, but has nothing today and is fouled out with 23 seconds left. As Bryson will come back in for El Hassan. As Wilby goes back to the line and shoots 2 more. It is up. Good. Lindsay with her second point, 73-47.
It's been some time since Pine Bluff's gotten a field goal, 3:17 of the fourth quarter. So
they had that stretch of almost 7 minutes without a basket. Second one is also good. And what do we have?
So this is not bad for the Lady Raiders. 6 turnovers since the first quarter, and Pine Bluff just 4 since the first quarter. Excuse me, 10 since the first quarter because they have 17. Lady Raiders have a total of 10. They had 4 in the first quarter.
As I think that was a Pine Bluff timeout.
If it was their last one. Lady Raiders still have 3 to burn, Mark, but I'm sure that they will let the clock wind down.
Yes, I would most certainly hope so. All right, as to finish it up, it's going to be Sanders, Harrison, Hayden, McKenzie, and Wilby.
Lady Raiders with 34 points in the paint today. They have 9 steals, only 7 for Pine Bluff, and that's something that they had done a really good job of in the first couple of games, is stealing the basketball. The other thing, too, is they're 6 of 12 from beyond the arc, and they had gotten those. They were 3 of 6 early on, so then they went 3 of 6, to finish up.
Half.
Yeah. Lady Raiders go to the free throw line 28 times today. They're 18 of 28. And for a team that went to the free throw line 45 times in their last game against Philander Smith, Pine Bluff only went to the line 6 times tonight, and they got 5 of them to go in.
Wow. Yeah, when you shoot 40 fewer free throws, you're probably not going to win. I mean, that's just a guess.
Right.
But Bruton looks around on the high post, dumped down on the back door. Muhammad, she lost it. Ball is loose on the floor, tied up, and both teams still playing hard.
It'll go to Pine Bluff. Yeah, Pine Bluff had only made 5 threes coming into this ball game. They made 6 here today.
Pine Bluff will inbound underneath, and they throw it away. In fact, trying to pull the old, I'm going to hit it off your back or your behind trick and catch it, as Hayden will just give it to Sanders. You don't even have to bring it up across the line with less than 10 seconds left in the game, and that's going to do it. Tech wins 74-47 with the win. Tech goes to 2-1. Arkansas Pine Bluff drops to 2-1. Now stay tuned. Our post-game show brought to you by Gators Bayou Cajun Grill and Bar at 5217 98th next on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Caprock.
Cover number 1.
All right, Chuck, those same 3 highlights we'll use for our post game that we had the first half.
Since 1988, the
and we'll be good.
Winery has offered a true Texan wine
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Grounds are some of the most prestigious in Texas. Wine Club members receive discounts on all purchases, exclusive invites to events, and their choice of wine all year round. Caprock Winery and Event Center, open 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, 408 East Woodrow Road.
If it breaks, we'll fix it fast. That's what makes Clearview Auto Glass mobile glass replacement #1 from Rock.
All right, so those highlights are ready whenever you guys.
Don't go anywhere. You better stick around for Huddle Up. We got pictures, autographs. Come down and talk to you later.